Welcome back, everyone. We're starting off with our travel impacts because it's slowly but surely starting to get just a little bit worse as more and more of these rain and snow showers begin to cover the entire state. We do have some moderate delays right now up in Sheridan and some high delays just to the west of Buffalo, with the worst of them going to be out to the far west. And that's just because Jackson, Yellowstone, all the way down to Evanston have been seeing the heaviest amount of snowfall over the last 24 hours. Here's what I mean by our satellite and radar. So we had two different cold fronts. One that came over this weekend gave us a little bit of shower activity, slightly cooler temperatures. It is basically stalled out over the center part of the state. Then another one is right behind it. That's what's pushing through, and it's going to be dropping off our temperatures. Now, the stationary front has been churning up lots of moisture in the atmosphere, and that's why we're seeing so much rain and snow, especially as we go into those evening hours, most of which is eventually starting to turn into snowfall as temperatures drop below the freezing point. How much can you expect in terms of snow? Well, the worst of it is going to be actually along the mountain ranges just in the south and along the northern side of the state. Heavy snowfall is expected throughout much of tomorrow morning, dumping already about 2.5 inches in Buffalo, Lander, Riverton, and about 1.5 inches up in Sheridan. As we keep going, it's going to remain mostly in the far northern parts of the state, dumping almost 9 inches in Buffalo, about 10 inches in Sheridan. Even the more conservative models are showing at least 1/2 foot in those regions. Other places like Thermopolis, Riverton, and Lander can see about 3 to 4 inches in terms of accumulation. Expect scattered snow showers throughout the day, beginning to calm down as we go into Tuesday evening, and then still remaining relatively calm starting off your Wednesday, but do expect that isolated snow shower, especially throughout much of the day. In terms of actual totals, the worst of it is going to be staying again in that northern part of the state and even out to the west, still expecting almost 1/2 foot in DuBois and in Jackson Hole. In terms of wind gusts, winds will be picking up. You can actually see the low pressure system spinning right over South Dakota by Tuesday morning. So the strongest winds are going to be coming in from the north in the northern parts of the state and from the west in the southern parts of the state, picking up to well over 50 miles per hour. So certainly some very windy conditions throughout tomorrow evening. So we can see some delays because of that. Going into Wednesday, starting to calm down a little bit, then coming in from the northwest. That does mean some colder wind chill values, of course, then finally calming down going into late on Wednesday. Overnight tonight, expect temperatures to be pretty much below the freezing point anywhere in the state with the exception of the southeast. Still, some snow can fall, although it'll melt once it hits the ground. Tomorrow for the highs, not really warming up all that much. The warmest spots, again, are going to be in the southeast. On your extended forecast, check this out. Yes, it's going to be windy, breezy, you name it, we have it. Cooling down going into Wednesday, warming up as we head toward the weekend. Not a ton of precipitation, at least in the capital city. Casper, you guys are expecting a little bit more, 60% tomorrow, cooling down to 27 on Wednesday, then warming up heading into the weekend. With the rest of the viewing area, again, northern regions are expecting the most amount of snowfall. Southern regions expecting more on the windy side. Stay tuned. Sports next.